Oh hey, welcome back. Hey, I did figure out what I'm going to do with this channel. I'm going to keep everything basically the same. All the different little comedy shows I do, I'm still going to do them. Except for I'm going to do like a longer form morning show on some Mondays that's going to kind of fuse elements from the Red Show and the Rainbow Show variety show thing. But today, as you can see by the triumphant return of the blue backdrop, I'm doing another Sketchbook Blues. So as some of you may know, I do some abstract psychedelic painting in my free time, and I'm going to be showing those paintings off today. So the first painting is this one. Oh, this is going to be kind of annoying with the reflection. I don't usually go into a painting with some sort of like deep artistic symbolic meaning, but usually there's some sort of mood or like almost like a fantasy story I'm trying to tell, especially with this one. So this is sort of like represents the crown of like maybe an evil king, and then these are the eyes of the people who are maybe revolting. I don't know, it's sort of open to interpretation. And after that one, I painted one I'm a little less proud of. Two like sort of alien plant lives that are sort of going in this yin-yang thing. I wanted it to look more crazy jungle, sort of like intricately woven vines and leaves and like that, so I did a do-over painting. This is more what I had in mind the first time. These are all part of a series, by the way, so you'll see a lot of recurring visual elements, like these sort of like swirly, I don't know what you would call them, like ornate decorative stuff you might see on like fancy dishware. I don't know. And now we have the yellow one. This one took actually a long time to get right. There's not as many varieties of shades of yellow as there are other colors, so you don't have much to work with, so I had to add some really harsh reds and some gold in there. Again, see, here's that. It's supposed to kind of look like an ancient language, like a script that you would find on like engraved on a tomb of an old king or something like that. And this is very Tim Burton there. That was accidental. And from the desert, we go to the opposite direction, the deep sea. This is one where I was not intending to make it look like a deep sea like battle scene, but as I started, I'm like, this looks like a deep sea battle scene, so I'm like, let's go with that. I was actually really proud of this one, and whenever I posted online, nobody really seemed to like it that much. I think it's because it's so monochromatic. It's not very striking when you look at it. So that's where this painting came from. That one was so monochromatic, and people were sort of largely unimpressed that I went the complete opposite direction and put as many colors as humanly possible. Rainbow. Diarrhea. And again with the paintings one leading to another, I was like, well, I've done like a green, a red, a blue, a yellow, so now there's one color that I haven't used yet. Orange. I had used so many curvy curls and spirals and stuff, I was like, what if we did only straight lines? These blobs over here are actually achieved by taking a brush sponge, dipping it in thick orange paint and just going, okay, and you're probably thinking, oh, there's another color you haven't used, purple. And I did paint a purple painting, but I don't have it anymore because I gave it to Libby, so it's on her office desk right now, but I have photos of it. Here it is. She said she wanted something swirly, purple, and spacey, so that was my interpretation. Yeah, there you go. This one I went completely overboard, and basically the only prompt I had going into it was I wanted it to look really tangled and overgrown. Up here you have a bunch of different seeds that are sort of like in the process of germinating. After so much of that one was wild and uncontrolled, my response to that was something very rigid and controlled, so I did this grid painting where every single square is exactly 3 by 3 inches. And you can see the lack of dynamic color in the yellow as usual. It sort of disappears. Look at that. I said on Twitter that this one accidentally looks like a tourism photo to visit the lost city of Atlantis, which is kind of cool. Now we're adding glitter, which is one of my favorite things about life. Okay, so you have the different fairy wings in the corners and some sort of fictional mushrooms at the bottom and sort of the fairy ring magic that's coming out with some glitter. Oh, that doesn't sparkle as well as I was hoping it would. Oh well, I'm glad I'm secure in my masculinity because I don't have any masculinity, so it's easy to be secure. Well, let's continue down that glitter train. Whenever I came up with that grid painting, I was like, do I want to have like a rigid grid where all the squares are the same size, or where all the squares are a bunch of different sizes? I was like, I'll do both, so that's what this one is. The glitter really doesn't show up as well as I would like. Oh, there we go. Now you can really see the glitter. Alright, and those are all the paintings that I have here. I also sold 2 of them on Etsy. Another glitter one, which is one of my favorites, sold really fast. It's actually also bedazzled, so there are actual like plastic jewels glued to it. I went really overboard with this one. And also I glued stuff to this one as well. There are different like parts of 3D printed projects that people didn't want at my work. I took those and glued them on and painted them so it has like a it has 3 dimensions. So the one I'm working on now, not much to look at right now, but similar color schemes to that silvery one. I will show you this when I'm done. I'll post a photo and you can just see it. I'll just put a link in the description below. So in a few weeks when I finish it, you can click it and you can see the finished version. I'll also post a link to the Etsy shop down below. Here's some links to old Sketchbook Blues episodes, and you can of course subscribe. And that's it. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you get a color blind self, then you probably didn't enjoy this video very much.